Welcome back, my angels, to Sacred Sagittarius Angels Answers All, bringing you your general September reading. And this is going to be your Lenormand reading. The Lenormand is a different form of card reading opposed to the Rider-Waite. So I like to incorporate, moving forward every month, a reading specifically used with that particular deck. Space has been cleansed and blessed. I'm starting to slowly build up the content for the month of September. All that I ask is that you show your appreciation by either sharing, liking, commenting, and of course, subscribing. Thank you in advance. Okay, this also is for entertainment purposes only, so take what you will that applies to you. These are general messages. These are not personal readings, so it can alter. And don't forget, your free will and that of those who are in your life can also alter anything that we are guided or shown to. Okay, so let's first see through the deck what energies of the zodiac could be applied to Sagittarius in this reading. Water sign energy could be incorporated with this reading, as well as the energies of a Gemini, a Libra, a Leo, and then let's see what's at the bottom of the deck, a Sun card energy. So anyone who has Sun energy, let's see. Let's go in the middle, and a Scorpio. Oh, well, 2 want to come out, and Earth. So we have pretty much a lot of energies here that could be applied to this reading in this Lenormand for September for Sagittarius. Water energy, Sun energy, Earth, Gemini, Scorpio, Libra, and Leo. Now let's see what we get. We first start out with the Queen of Diamonds, dealing with paths, decisions, opportunities, followed by the Mouse, the Ship, the Birds, the Dog, and on the bottom, the Snake. So, intuitively, as I see here, there's going to be a lot of paths that many of us are going to cross, or we're going to be guided into as part of our transformation and change as we start this month and kind of move our way through the month of September through until our birthday season. And along this path, you're going to be releasing a lot of the people who are like snakes in your life. They pretend to be your friends, but behind your back, they're talking about you, they're jealous of you, they want what you have in life. There's also those people who are taking from you, people that are in your own friend or family sector around you that have been stealing from you, whether it's your ideas or physical things that you have in your house. There's going to be a lot of communication with you and people in your life as you move some people out and move new people in. Some of you will be moving away from in a different direction, a direction that you're in now because of this need for change and transformation. Some of you will be taking your dog with you if you already have a pet or specifically a dog. Others of you will find yourself maybe getting your first pet, a dog, for emotional support, for someone to be your companion. They're very emotionally giving. They love unconditionally. And this could also be the energy of someone, maybe one of these signs that we mentioned that might be coming into your life. So let's first start off with the Queen of Diamonds. Let's talk about the past. Some of you might be coming to that fork in the road, right, where you have to make a decision. Am I going left? Am I going right? Or am I going to stay the course? There could be opportunities that will vary in your life according to what decision and what path you choose. So choose wisely. There could be solutions also that can impact how things are done and how you accomplish and when you accomplish things, depending on what path you take. Whatever path you take, Sagittarius, as you move forward in your life and in your cycle of change, trust yourself and trust that God is putting you in the right direction. Walk, don't run. Take your time, enjoy the change, embrace the lessons from the past, and move forward. As we tap into the Mouse energy, some of you will be suffering anxiety, as we tend to do when we are scared of change, or we're afraid to move forward, or we're afraid to let go of the past. Be careful. Some of you can physically take on things that can make you feel ill or make you feel tired and drained. Again, this is a buildup from the anxiety that you have. Some of you may suffer some type of pain internally because of some loss that some of you might have recently experienced. It could be a physical loss, like the passing of someone, or the loss of a relationship, a loss of a job, or just you feeling that you've suffered a loss because you didn't get to accomplish or you didn't get to manifest what you wanted to in that particular time and space where you were. And now you're moving forward and you kind of have doubts if you're going to have the ability to make something happen as you move forward. So all of this tension is kind of eating away at you, but you've got to build yourself up. You've got to live off the confidence of your faith and embrace the fact with the ship energy that for many of you, changing your course of direction, moving in a different direction, going in the direction that you choose to go in that particular path is the best thing for you. For many of you, it could be you leaving your physical country, not just your state or city, going to foreign lands. I mean, I see tons of videos on YouTube with so many people, you know, from America going to Thailand and Taiwan and just all these other places. There's a big world out there. And as things get more expensive at home, at least for those of us who live here in the States, there are those opportunities that we've never thought of looking into for more affordable living, right? In other sectors of the world. So a lot of you are trying to make connections, establish connections, or build connections by moving, out of the country. And as other friends and family or people that do it, the more enticed you will feel that at least you have somewhat of a little built of foundation there so that you're not alone. So a lot of you who are kind of on the fence about that might be actually going forward with that. But as you make your plans, be careful. As always, work in silence. There are people who are lying and manipulating you or trying to throw you off your track. They don't want to see you succeed. They want to see you fail. Be careful of the people who are very seductive in your life, who come across a little too lovey-dovey, a little too interested in you. Again, people who put too much energy into you, usually it's because there's something that they're seeking for their own personal gain. Be careful of the friends who betray you behind your back. Even could be a lover, a partner, or a false friend or a fake friend. And it can even be family members. So whatever you decide to do as you go along this change and you try to manifest in a different way and in a different direction, don't speak it to other people until you've crossed that river, so to speak. Because if you tell people what your plans are and they really don't wish well for you, they will do everything that they can to alter it. There's going to be a lot of communication for many of you as you make these plans to move forward, and especially if you're going in a real far direction that you've never thought about going before. So you're going to have small and fast, intimate communication between your brokers, the friends, the family, all the contacts and the research that you're going to be doing, especially if you are, making this big move out of the country. There's going to be people talking about you, old and young, like I said, within your circle and outside of your circle, questioning if you're doing the right thing or if you're rushing, too fast, too soon into a certain direction, especially if, you're changing your lifestyle, you're changing your path after a divorce or a significant loss. Some people might want to talk about, oh, well, he or she might be just doing this sporadically. They're not really thinking, they're moving too fast. And it could be true. But you have to do what you have to do for you, Sagittarius, intuitively. You tap into your space, your mental space, your spiritual space, and you do what you feel resides best for you. So yes, people will chatter. They always do. You listen to your inner voice, okay? You'll also be receiving phone calls maybe from people that you haven't heard from that might hear that you're moving out the country. They want to wish you well. So it's not only going to be just the people who are jealous of you. There are going to be people who truly do love and care for you that are going to be giving you that pat on the back and sending you off with well wishes, wanting to know if there's any way that they can help you, or send you a gift. So, you're going to have the good and bad with it. You just do what you have to do. Again, with the dog energy, many of you will be working on how you can transport your pets out of the country. It's very costly from what I've researched. So just do your homework, network with people that have done this before. Others of you who will be getting a dog for the first time, once you relocate or wherever you move to, you want this dog because dogs, they're the greatest companion, especially if you suffered a breakup. There's nothing like getting a pet. It helps with the hurt. It helps with the healing. So many of you are very close to your dogs, and you will rely on your dogs not only in the present but also in the future to be that emotional support that loves you unconditionally and really helps you get through challenging times. They want me to pull one more as we close to the month of September, and we get the clouds. And that's just a confirmation that there's going to be uncertainty, even in the best laid plans, even when you think you know where it is you want to do or where it is that you want to go, you're going to have uncertainty. Everything might not go exactly the way how you want it to, or there might be some delays or lapse along the way. And again, there's going to be some negative energy tossed your way by people who are naysayers or the haters. You might run into difficulty. It might rain on your parade at times. You might even run into some complications that you didn't kind of expect. That's all part of the journey. But these clouds aren't going to be there forever, okay? You're going to be able to manifest and do the things that you want to do. With the energy of 6, you might have this energy of uncertainty, you know, this fadeness, this darkness around you, the uncertainty, maybe 6 days to 6 months max. With any change, again, it brings difficulty and challenges, but something bright will come from this. Let's see if we can clarify it. Let's go to this card here. I'm guided to the ring. Okay. So this could be some of you, if you're moving or relocating because you just recently got married, or you're going to be anticipating getting engaged. Again, this is settling, right? If you're moving with your fiance or you're moving to marry someone in a different country and you've never lived in that country before, this could be all part of that cloud energy where, you know, you've never met their family. This is maybe your first or maybe your second time to this country, but now you're actually going to be living there. So for many of you, moving and relocating is tied to saving a marriage, getting married for the first time, or it's in response to a proposal. Okay? So there's definitely engagement. A lot of the decisions of moving and transplanting yourself could be around love, marriage, and securing a relationship and partnership. May you have a blessed September. This has been your Lenormand general reading for the month of September for my lovely sign of Sagittarius. Namaste.